Hello everyone, how are we doing today? How are we doing today? Hello, I hope we're all doing good. Today we are going to discuss our strategy for your CLAT examinations, particularly for the English section. Yes, how do we do well in the English section? That is what we are going to discuss today. Hello, how are we doing? Chaliye, without wasting any time, let us all get started. Let me see what you all have to say. Yes, hello everyone. Chaliye. First of all, what exactly is the English section in your CLAT examination all about? But you see, your CLAT examination, not just English, but all the sections. Hello everybody. Yes, hello. Okay, now we'll stop chatting for a while and we'll just listen. Okay, yes, then I'll open this chat box again. But give me 5 minutes, 5 minutes, just look at the board, just understand what we are saying, and then we'll come back to chatting. All right, perfect. चलिए बच्चे, so what exactly is the English section in your CLAT examination about? बच्चे, it's all about reading what the author is saying, how he's saying, why he's saying, what is the motivation, what is the tone. Now, understanding these things will help you not only in the English section, but also in your logical reasoning, legal reasoning, even GK section. Because we need to understand CLAT examination is a reading examination, right? So all the section, somewhere or the other, test your ability to read and understand. Yes, bache, this examination in its entirety tests your reading ability. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening. Chaliye. Let us try what? Let us try to read this once. What is happening? Yes, let us read this one passage here and tell me what do you understand by this. Okay, everybody? Very good, very good. Let's quickly read this one passage right here and all of you tell me what do you understand. What do you understand? What is the author saying here? Tell me quickly. I'll get a side so that you can read easily. Tell me, what is your author saying here? Everybody, what is your author saying? What is the author saying here? Tell me in the chat. Quickly, everybody, quickly. What is your author saying here? What does he say? Yes. Tell me, what is the author saying here? Ma'am, done. Okay, then tell me. If we are done, please tell me. Please tell me. What is the author saying? What does the author say here? Tell me in one sentence. Tell me. What is the author saying? Is the author saying that modernity is inefficient, or is it bad, or is it chaotic? What is the author saying? But what is the author saying? Now, chances are we don't really understand, ma'am. What is this language? This looks like Hebrew to me. It looks like you have mixed English with Hebrew. I can't understand what the author is saying here. Okay, so one person says efficiency without purpose is meaningless. Is it what my author is saying? Is my author saying that if you don't have a purpose, your efficiency is meaningless? Is that what my author is saying? Yes. Is that the main idea being conveyed here? No. I'm so sorry to say that, but that is not the case. That is not what the author is saying here. So this hard level of questions, bache, in your CLAT examination, most of your passages are of this level. Okay, they take these passages either from a newspaper, a magazine, a classic book, novel, or something like that. But the level of vocabulary, sentence formation, complexity, it is similar to this. Now, ma'am, this is very difficult. I possibly cannot understand what the author is saying. So, can we reach this level? Short answer, yes, you can. Okay, you can easily reach this level. How can we do that? Follow these three basic steps, and trust me, you can, these passages will become cakewalk for you. Yes, let us quickly understand these steps, then we'll come back to this passage and we'll try to understand that. All right, what is the first step, bache? You have to train yourself. See, reading is not a talent, right? Just like singing, dancing. Yes, there are some people who are blessed with this ability. They can read very well, but that's like less than 1% of our population. What about the rest of us? What about the 99.9%? How do we become better at reading? We practice. Okay, we train ourselves. Reading is a skill, right? But say reading is a skill, so you can develop it, you can inculcate it. So the very first thing, you have to train yourself, because see, CLAT reading is not about talent, it's about trained reading. All right, ma'am, in scholarship test 40%, what I was, okay. But say, what's your name, dear? Raj, bache, you can take this issue to the admin. Okay, we have an administration department. You can take this issue there and they will certainly sort your problem. Okay, they can resolve your issue there. They will resolve your issue. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, ma'am, TK, you have told us that we need to inculcate this skill. We have to master the skill of reading. But how do I do that? How do I master this skill of reading? Very good, Shaurya. There are certain way. First of all, do not do casual reading. What is casual reading? I read a passage, I see a passage, I'm just reading it like this and this, not understanding, just reading it, reading it. That is not what you have to do. When I talk about CLAT reading, it has to be active. When I'm reading to understand the main idea, to understand what the author is writing, how, what is the tone of the author, why is the author writing so and so thing, right? So always do active reading, no passive reading like a poem, like a storybook. No. Okay, very good. See, this is your entrance exam. This is not a love letter from your boyfriend or girlfriend. So always read with a purpose, active reading. After that, bache, you have to develop this habit of reading like a reflex. See, whenever you touch a hot cup, right? Let's say there is a cup, it's very hot, right? If I touch it, what would I do? My reflex, I will just move my hand. Did I touch it and think, oh, should I move my hand? Acha to lag raha hai, warm and cozy. Or do I just touch it and move it back? It's very simple. I just touch it and by reflex, I just move my hand. You have to develop this same reflex for reading. Yes, whenever you see something, read. Be it a newspaper, a magazine, a billboard, advertisement, Instagram post, Twitter, no matter what you see, read a lot, bache. Reading will help you get there. Yes, you can read newspaper, Hindu, Indian Express, Hindustan, the Hindustan, what's that? I don't know. Is it a new newspaper in the market? If it is, I'm not aware of it at all. But yes, look, bache, it's not just about newspapers or novel. We have to build reading a reflex, right? Whenever you see something that has words in it, you are going to read it. You are going to read it, and not just passive reading. You are going to read, you have to understand what the writer must have thought, what is the tone, what is the main idea. You have to develop it like a reflex. I'll tell you a story, quick story. Back when I was preparing for CLAT and NLSAT, I had this habit, even when I would go out with my friends. Good evening, Bhavik. So there was this one time I was with my friends in horse cars, right? And I see this board. Now everybody else was enjoying the drinks, they were clubbing and stuff, but my eyes, my brain was just stuck here. And I left the place and I started reading. What does it say? What does it say? Can you read it? What does it say? Now, of course, in my case, it was like aura minus 10,000, but this is exactly the kind of reflex we need. Whenever you see something that has words, I'm going to read. You have to develop this sort of curiosity. This is how I will build my reading skills. Okay, as I said, it's a skill, it's not talent. So you have to build it, you have to inculcate it. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, all right. Ma'am, ये क्या है? I told you ना, I was in HKV, I was partying with my friends, and I saw this one board kind of thing, and I couldn't help but I was trying to enjoy. My focus was not on my drinks or my food. My mind was constantly, a part of me was constantly anxious. What is written there? So I just stood up, I clicked a picture, and I was like, okay, I'll read it later. This is the habit we need to build, bache. Whenever you see something that has words, you have to read it. That is step number one. Build this reflex. Cafe menu, street quotes, you have graffiti on the walls. No matter what you see, just read. Make reading a habit. Great. Now, the second strategy, of course, is vocabulary. Ma'am, one of the reasons you could not tell me this passage, you could not explain the meaning of this, is because you have limited vocabulary. Now, ma'am, how do I build vocabulary? Ma'am, book पढ़ लूँ क्या? Word Power Made Easy. Should I read it? Yes, a lot of people come to me and say, ma'am, should I read those books, Word Power Made Easy, this and that? I would say yes, go ahead. If you are that sincere, if you are that serious for your preparation, go ahead, read those books. But the thing about these books is, in the first week, people buy Word Power Made Easy. It's a this thick book, right? So the first time you buy it, it's a book. 1 week down the line, it's a book. 3 weeks down the line, it turns into a paperweight. ये paper ना उड़ जाए, you're just using it. Then 3 weeks down the line, it becomes a phone stand. इतनी मोटी बुक है ना, बुक पे रख के phone देख रहे हैं, right? Then it becomes, a table stand. It becomes everything but a book, right? So that is not a sustainable manner of building your vocabulary. Yes, books are good. If you want to go with word lists, good enough. You can go with certain books, word power made easy types. Then you can go with word lists also. There are certain word lists. You have Baron, you have GRE word list, so many word lists out there. You can go with that also. But the most sustainable manner, the most sustainable way of building your vocabulary is you need to befriend the words. Whenever you come across a new word, you befriend it. Now, how does this work? Let's say I tell you, okay, my name is Ashika, now we are friends. Are we friends now? No, if you want to befriend somebody, you have to spend some time with them, right? Similar is the case with words. Every time you come across a new word, just Google it, search for its meaning, synonym, antonym, what is the root of this word? Has it come from French, Latin, Hindi? What is the root, right? So you spend some time with the word. Always remember, bache, whether it's a new word that you know, whether it's your GK, whether it's your legal current affairs, the time you spend with a particular piece of information actually helps you retain it. It helps you remember it. So if you just see a word, uska meaning dekha, aage chala, you will forget that word. If you really want to increase your vocabulary, read newspaper, magazine, menu, billboard, anything you read. Whenever there is a new word, spend some time with that word. Understand its meaning. What are the synonyms? What are the antonyms? Where has this word come from? You have to befriend the words, bache. This is how you will enhance your vocabulary. All right. Third strategy, of course, is master your core concept. Okay. See, CLAT English section is not only about reading and understanding the meaning. It is also about poetic devices, tone, opinion, central thesis, central themes. How do you pick out the title? How are arguments implied, not announced? You need to work on these basics, bache. The third strategy is, bache, get your basics right. Okay? Get your core concepts right. That is the third strategy, right? You need to get very good. You need to get your core concepts right. And after that, of course, no shortcuts. No shortcuts. Read daily, bache. Read daily. Okay. Analyze daily. Reading is not just, okay, I'm just reading and once I've done reading, I'm done. No. You have to analyze. Are you able to understand the meaning? Can you figure out the tone? How many words do you know? After that, get confused daily. Make mistakes. This is your preparation phase, bache. Make as many mistakes as you can. And what's more important, learn from those mistakes, right? Learn from these mistakes, right? Because clarity comes only after confusion. Once you get wrong, once you are confused, once you make mistakes, only after that can you improve yourself, right? Perfect, perfect. So this is just a 3-step strategy to do well in your CLAT examination. One, read a lot, make it a reflex. Whenever you see something written, I'm going to read it. I have this natural curiosity. Second, build your vocabulary. A lot of people will say, ma'am, सब कुछ तो passage में given होता है. Why do I need to build a vocabulary? बच्चे option तो passage में नहीं होते. They will give you one word from the passage. What about A, B, C, D? If you don't know the meaning of these, how will you answer? So build your vocabulary. Third, just get your core concept right. Wherever coaching you are going, YouTube pe there are free lectures, attend that. Do whatever you want, but your basics should be strong. All right? And then, of course, practice. There is no shortcut to that. Right, bache? So this is all about the strategy that we follow while we prepare for CLAT. If you want to score well, of course. Sorry, quickly tell me, do you have any doubts? I'll take your doubts and then we'll end the session. Do we have any doubts here? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. I think we have no doubts here then. All right, everybody. You all, I hope you will follow these strategies that I've shared with you. Very good. Very good. All right, everybody. See you all. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.